Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Danita, and today I want to talk to you about what I've been doing in quarantine. So I have not been putting up a lot of videos in quarantine. My husband Dennis has been working from home, which has made it really hard to do any kind of filming. Also, between the weather being really nice and me being outside in my garden and the weather being really bad and messing with my migraines and things, I just haven't been doing filming or editing or really anything of use. But I wanted to let you know I'm alive and talk to you a little bit about some things that I've received and some things that I've been doing. Quarantine. So I was at Disney just before the quarantine came down, and I hadn't really been watching the news. The news freaks me out. I have really high anxiety, so I kind of rely on my husband to say, hey, you need to check this out, or somebody to reach out, or Facebook to blow up, and then I'll research it. So I knew that the coronavirus was out there, and I knew that we had a few cases in the States, but I was part of the problem. So I traveled to Disney a couple weeks before everything kind of hit the fan, and I was coming home from Disney as things started to shut down. So since that time, I've pretty much been at home. I've only left to go grocery shopping. I went to the plant nurseries a couple of times, but I've been really practicing my social distancing even when I go grocery shopping. So the first thing I want to show you that has been going on is I have not been crafting. I have not been crafting at all. Everybody's out there making these beautiful masks, and I just can't. So my friend Jan has been making masks, so I donated a bunch of my fabric, because you know I have too much fabric, to her, and she made us some masks along with making masks for other people, which she was giving away. She was not selling them, and I just thought that was so important. So I gave her a bunch of fabric. This is the first one she gave me. This one she gave me out of fabric that she made, and it's tie-dye, which is very much my style, with a purple inside. She used a pattern that she found online that has several layers of fabric that help to trap things. So there's layers to trap things before they get to you. Not going to really get into whether or not masks are effective or not, the arguments out there on Facebook. I'm keeping my germs from you, keep your germs from me. I love my masks. The next one that she made me, this is out of fabric that I gave her. This fabric on the outside came from one of my favorite fabrics, which I couldn't find to send her, that has Elliot and Figment and just all the different dragons on it, and then this is the coordinate for it. And then on the inside, this is the coordinate to the Stitch and Star Wars crossover. So super cute. This was a batik that I've had for probably 10 years, never done anything with. Both sides are done in the batik, and it's just really, really good when you're out and you just want to feel beautiful. If you're out at night, man, this is the fabric. The outside is a beautiful gingham fabric, and the inside is a day glow yellow. So that one she made me. I had sent the gingham to her, and then this one I had sent to her. It's the popcorn buckets, and mine has the turtle squirt, I think his name is, and Mike, and R2-D2, and a little Stitch, and cars, and it's just awesome with a red interior. And then my favorite, my absolute favorite, she made me an orange bird one. This again was with fabric that I had sent her. I didn't have a whole lot of it left because I had used some to make a lantern for Nicole. I will put that video up here so you can see that lantern. And then she used an orange fabric on the inside. So that's pretty much how I look these days. She made them with hair bands, which I thought was very clever. And they work great, and I love them. So that's one of the things that I've gotten during this. I also got a package from Jess at Disney Jess, and I didn't open it on camera. She told me that it wasn't necessary to open on camera, but then I opened it, and I really should have, because it had all kinds of Disney things in it. It had a t-shirt for me that was Fantasyland, and it had a t-shirt for Dennis that I don't remember what it was. It had a Tomorrowland windbreaker that Dennis or I, either one, could use. It had some pajamas that were Dennis's size, but were a little bit too feminine, so those went to my daughter. Just all kinds of goodies from Jess, and you know, Jess is a very good friend of mine, and that was just so sweet of her, and I wish I had filmed it. Also, I've been getting some cards. Well, I got 2 cards. The first card I got was this postcard. It said, Danita wanted to drop a happy note to say hi. I am thinking of you and sending hugs and prayers, Kat, from PerfectlyKat. And it is Tiana right before she kisses Prince Naveen in frog form. And I love this. And I really have had a hard time during this because, you know, I came home, I was sick, I had to be tested for corona. It was negative, but, you know, I was sick, it was scary. April is a hard month for me anyways. I've got a lot of loss associated with April, and the community has just been so great. I've kind of not been super active in it, but they've been reaching out, making sure that I'm doing okay, which is great because I've not been that great of a friend. I've been burrowing into myself. I also got, again, on the Princess and the Frog line of things, I got this hand-drawn by Nicole, Nicole, Ray from Princess and the Frog. Isn't that awesome? And inside, so the card is actually blank. She put it on a note card, which is really cool because I could reuse it if I wanted to, but I'm not. I'm going to frame it. It's going to go on my wall. And it says, wishing you good health physically, mentally, and emotionally, and big smiles too. May you find little things to bring you joy and keep sharing your sweetness too. Bless you and your family now and forevermore. May you find the riches you desire knocking at your door. Your friend Nicole from EARresistable Magic. If you don't watch her channel, she is one of the sweetest, most inspirational people. I mean, she just puts so many amazing notes in our chats, and she's just such a great person. They are both such great people, and make sure you check them out, PerfectlyKat and EARresistable Magic. And then finally, this really doesn't have to do with quarantine. This was at Christmas. I had a swap with Melodie over at Princess Melodie. Definitely check out her channel too. I know she's been struggling a little bit harder than most with this whole virus thing as well. So make sure you're checking her out and giving her your love. But at Christmas, we had a swap, and one of the items from the swap didn't come in time. As a matter of fact, it didn't come in until February. No fault of hers. It was a shipping issue. And I've been meaning to show you this for a long time, and I just haven't. I want to get it framed, but it came in February. I went to Disney, like a couple weeks later I went back to Disney, and then I came home to all this, and I just haven't had time to do it, but I am going to get it framed. But it is a paper canvas print. Let's see if I can, I should have had it laying flat to show you. But isn't that beautiful? I love it, and I've been wanting to show it to you for a while and just haven't had the chance. I am gonna also link the video of our swap so that you can check out the other items that I got from her. But I just wanted to make sure and give a shout out to this. I can't wait to get it framed and hung. So during quarantine, like I said, I've been doing a lot of gardening. And I put a picture of my little garden up here. I've been doing container gardening, and I've got some Mickey flair in there. But I've been growing herbs and flowers. I don't have any vegetables going yet. I do have a couple that are seedlings that are coming, but we live in an apartment, a townhouse with a small outside patio. And because we're planning on hoping to be in our school bus by this time next year, I didn't want to plant a lot in the ground. I wanted to be able to take things with me. So it's all done in different kinds of containers, and I'll show you some pictures just so you can see what I've been up to. I've also been doing a lot of reading. I just finished my 28th book just this month. I pretty much sit while my husband works and my sons go to school at home or sleep, because that's pretty much what they've been doing. So I pretty much sit and read from the time I get up until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning when I can finally fall asleep. When I'm not doing that, I'm out in the garden when the weather's good. I barely watch TV. I've barely watched YouTube. I'm so behind on YouTube. I've been losing myself in fantasy worlds so that I didn't have to deal with reality. I have been scrolling Facebook and Instagram a lot more than I should and spending a lot of money, which I'm going to talk about that a little bit more, maybe in another video, because it really is going to affect my channel, kind of some things that I'm doing. I'm not going on a no spend, probably should, but that's not the route that I'm taking. So that's just a little catch up. That's what I've got going on right now. I'd love to hear down in the comments what you guys have been doing. Love to hear if you have any book recommendations, gardening tips. I just want to know what you've been doing. I want to catch up. So go ahead and comment down below with that information. If you've not been here before, I hope you stick around. Hit the subscribe button and the bell button to be notified when I put up new videos. I do a lot of Disney videos. I also do some fashion videos, and I am branching out even more into sustainability videos, giving you some tips that you can do that are not going to disrupt your household or are a lot of DIY. So stick around. I'd love for you to be part of my ohana. So that's all I have for today. So until next time, have an absolutely fabulous day. Bye-bye.